Hello, my name's Joe, and I've been a mental health therapist for over 40 years. And I've gained a lot of experience. And here's one thing, one word of all those 40 years experience that I've come upon that needs to be made and talked about and developed in mental health. Every therapist, I don't care, no matter which take you take, which type of therapeutic modality that you go through, and there's several, but there's one thing that is consistent with all of them. One consistent. Now, one word in the Webster's Dictionary is not only meant for mental health, it's in business, it's in how the government's run, which has been difficult. It's even how you deal with everyday life, or how you are with other people and groups of people. The word is change. If you see a mental health therapist, that's fantastic. So many good therapists out there. But one of the questions that you have to ask yourself, am I changing? Has there been any change? Because if there hasn't been any change, and you're just talking about your emotions, talking about what you're thinking, talking about your day, what's been going on, the stress, the anxiety, the depression, and then you go back again next week, and you feel the same, or not much change is happening. This could go on for a long period of time, weeks and weeks and years. You got to ask yourself, what do you want to change? How are you going to change it? And how it's going to affect my life? That's the key. How is it going to affect my life? Now, change is interesting because it's so difficult. Whether it's good or even bad, it's difficult. Well, you say, how can it be difficult if it's good? And then you say, well, how can it be so difficult if it's bad? Here's the thing. People in general want change. And sometimes they attain it and sometimes that they don't, but it's really difficult. Even the smallest change is difficult. For example, let's say you were to drive to, let's say, New York. And you go to New York in a car. You take out your GPS, you take out everything, and you get there. And then you come back from New York to California, or California back to New York. There's a lot of change going on, and it's difficult, it's strange, it's hard. But if you were to go to California to New York, or New York to California, once a week, once a month, it doesn't really matter. You're gonna get more comfortable. You might even get more bored because it's so easy to do. Because it's considered repetition. Repetition, repetition. When you repeat things over and over again, the change is occurring whether you like it or not. The change is occurring. So you say, well, I want to do this. I want to be this. I want to work on depression. I want to work on anxiety. I want to work on stress. I want to work on a whole variety of different topics. Change has to occur. Change has to occur. So how do we get there? How do we get there? I'm going to tell you that right now and how to get there. It's basically, there's 3 steps to this process. First step, what is it you want to change? What is it that you want to change? 2, what are you willing to do to commit to it, to actually get that change in effect? And 3, is a change worth it in the end result? 3 more. And these are things I want you to do to attain the change. Number 1, set your cell phone alarm 3 times a day. And every time that alarm goes off, I want you to remind yourself what you want to change. A small thing, nothing big, really, really small. Something that's irrelevant, that's change. As say putting the toothpaste cap on your toothpaste container. Or maybe not squeeze from the middle, but maybe roll it up. That change is small. But even that change can be difficult at times if you really want to change it. The third thing, think of the results, the end results, what you're going to get by that change. For example, your toothpaste doesn't dry up. It's harder to get the last bit of the toothpaste out. I don't want to live that way anymore. It's something as small as that. And so therefore you do it over and over again every time that alarm rings. Maybe you'll do it for a month. Maybe you'll do it for 2 weeks. Maybe you'll do it for a week. The amount of time that you need to do this is the time it takes to become part of your memory system, part of your automatic behavior. With that, and let's talk about something superficial, but we could do that with emotions. If we do it with emotions, wow. It starts off with something as simple as working on a toothpaste tube. Or we change the toothpaste tube. Now we're working on something more difficult. Our emotions. Depression, anger, stress, anxiety, loneliness, you name it. There's different small things you can do to make major changes in the long run. Example, let's say you want to go from California to New York in a plane. Or a plane from New York to California. An airplane, did you know, is off course most of the time. And what it does is it takes little nudges on the computer, little nudges. When it gets off course, nudges this way. Gets off course, nudges this way. And before you know it, you land exactly where you need to land. Pinpoint to the exact location by these small changes. And life's about small changes. I hope you enjoyed this video. And you know what? I'm going to try to make many, many more. So please come back. Till next time.